For the last few days, people across the car community have been trying to understand why YouTube car builder Mat Armstrong suddenly appeared in Miami, Florida. The first clue came from a short social media post where Matt said, "Call out boys are on call out," while adding a secretive tone with emojis and music. At first, fans thought he might simply be on holiday or visiting friends in America. Some people guessed he was looking at damaged supercars for future videos. Others believed he was preparing for another wild rebuild challenge. But nobody really knew the truth. Then everything changed when Matt posted a close-up image of Bugatti brake calipers along with a countdown timer showing January 11th, 2026. That single image instantly created huge excitement online because it strongly suggested Mat Armstrong was preparing to rebuild a crashed Bugatti in Miami. Not just any Bugatti, either. Many fans quickly connected the clues and believed the car belonged to FXAlexG, the supercar collector known for owning rare hypercars worth millions of dollars. The idea of Mat Armstrong rebuilding a damaged Bugatti immediately became one of the biggest stories in the online car world, because Bugatti is not a normal car company. These cars are some of the most expensive and complicated machines ever built. Every Bugatti is designed with extreme engineering, massive power, and very limited production numbers. Repairing one is already difficult for official Bugatti service centers. So the idea of an independent YouTube mechanic attempting a rebuild sounds almost impossible. That is exactly why the story exploded online so quickly. Fans now believe Mat Armstrong may be working on the most dangerous, expensive, and important rebuild project of his entire career. What makes this situation even more interesting is the way Mat Armstrong revealed the project to the public. Instead of directly showing the full car, he slowly gave small clues that created mystery and excitement. This is something many successful YouTubers do because it keeps viewers talking and sharing theories online. The Bugatti brake caliper photo was especially important because people in the hypercar community immediately recognized it as a very expensive and highly specialized component. Bugatti brakes are not simple parts that can be ordered from normal aftermarket companies. They are designed specifically for cars that produce over 1,500 horsepower and can travel at unbelievable speeds. These braking systems are made to stop cars moving faster than most airplanes during takeoff. Because of this, even small Bugatti parts can cost more than complete family cars. By posting the brake caliper image, Matt was not only teasing the project, but also quietly telling fans how serious the rebuild might be. The countdown timer added even more suspense because it suggested the first full video had already been filmed and edited while work was secretly happening behind the scenes. Fans realized that January 11th was probably not the start of the project, but simply the date when viewers would finally see what had already been happening in Miami. This created a feeling that something massive was unfolding in secret while the audience waited for answers. Social media discussions quickly exploded across YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and Automotive forums. Some people became excited and supported the project immediately. Others questioned whether anyone outside Bugatti's official repair network should even attempt such a rebuild. That debate only increased attention around the story because people love watching high-risk situations where success and failure both feel possible. One major reason this rebuild has attracted so much attention is because Bugatti has always maintained strict control over its cars. Unlike many normal car manufacturers, Bugatti does not operate like a company that allows open access to repairs and parts. The brand carefully protects its image, reputation, and technology because every Bugatti is considered a luxury engineering masterpiece. Owners of these hypercars often spend millions of dollars purchasing them, and Bugatti wants every vehicle repaired according to factory standards. Because of this, independent mechanics rarely get direct access to official repair information, factory tools, or special replacement parts. Many automotive fans believe Bugatti prefers customers to only use approved service centers and authorized technicians. Over the years, stories have appeared online claiming that Bugatti has sometimes refused service or limited support for owners who use unofficial repair shops. Whether every rumor is true or not, the company clearly values strict quality control. That is why the possibility of Mat Armstrong rebuilding a crashed Bugatti feels so unusual and controversial. Matt is known for buying heavily damaged supercars and rebuilding them step by step on YouTube. His audience loves watching him take on difficult projects that many people believe cannot be saved. He has rebuilt Ferraris, Lamborghinis, McLarens, and other high-performance cars that look completely destroyed after crashes. But a Bugatti exists on a completely different level. These vehicles contain advanced electronics, rare materials, and engineering systems that few mechanics ever get the chance to touch. Even moving a damaged Bugatti can be extremely difficult because the wrong handling process could create more problems. That is why many viewers believe this rebuild could either become the greatest success of Mat's career or the project that finally proves some cars are simply too complex for independent rebuilds. Another important part of this story is the involvement of FXAlexG, the supercar collector connected to the crashed Bugatti. FXAlexG is not an average car owner. His collection reportedly includes multiple Bugattis, Paganis, and other rare hypercars that most people will never see in real life. Owners at that level usually have direct relationships with luxury manufacturers and access to official service programs. Because of this, many fans are surprised that a rebuild involving Mat Armstrong may even be happening at all. If the reports are true, then FXAlexG choosing Mat for this project suggests something very interesting. It could mean he trusts Mat's rebuilding skills enough to attempt something most people would avoid. It could also mean he wants to document the process publicly instead of quietly sending the car through normal factory repair channels. That public aspect matters because YouTube has changed the automotive world completely. Years ago, damaged hypercars were repaired privately behind closed doors. Today, rebuild videos attract millions of viewers because people enjoy watching impossible projects slowly come back to life. Mat Armstrong understands this style of storytelling extremely well. He knows how to turn a damaged vehicle into a long-running series that keeps audiences emotionally connected from beginning to end. Every challenge becomes part of the entertainment. Every missing part, unexpected problem, or repair mistake creates more drama and suspense for viewers. If this Bugatti rebuild becomes a full YouTube series, it could easily become one of the most watched automotive projects online. At the same time, the pressure will also be enormous. Viewers will expect perfection because the car involved is not just another sports car. It is one of the most famous and expensive hypercars in the world. Any mistake could become massive news across the internet, especially among Bugatti fans who already question whether independent rebuilds should happen in the first place. The decision to keep the project in Miami instead of immediately transporting the car to the United Kingdom has also created many discussions online. Some fans believe the damage may be serious enough that moving the car internationally could be risky or extremely expensive. Others think Miami simply gives Mat better access to American exotic car suppliers and repair resources. The United States has a huge luxury car market, and Florida especially contains many supercar dealerships, service companies, and wealthy collectors. That environment may make it easier to locate rare components or specialist technicians when compared to shipping everything across the world. Even then, sourcing Bugatti parts will likely remain one of the hardest parts of the project. Unlike common sports cars, Bugatti components are not easily available through regular aftermarket stores. Many pieces are custom-built specifically for individual models, and prices can become unbelievably high. Some replacement parts reportedly cost tens of thousands of dollars by themselves. Carbon fiber body panels, advanced cooling systems, suspension parts, and electronic modules may all require special ordering procedures. If important structural damage exists, the rebuild could become even more complicated because hypercars are engineered with extreme precision. Modern Bugattis use advanced materials and aerodynamic designs that require exact measurements and alignment. Small mistakes during rebuilding could affect performance, handling, or safety. That is why fans are both excited and nervous about the project. People know Mat Armstrong has successfully rebuilt many difficult cars before, but Bugatti represents a challenge far beyond normal supercars. Every stage of the process will likely require careful planning, research, and problem-solving. That difficulty is exactly what makes the project so fascinating to watch, because viewers know the rebuild may not go smoothly. Money is another major factor that makes this project so risky and interesting. Rebuilding damaged supercars is already expensive, but Bugatti repairs operate on a completely different level. Even small repairs on these vehicles can cost more than entire luxury cars. Official Bugatti maintenance alone is famous for being extremely expensive, with some service procedures costing huge amounts of money. Because of this, fans are now asking how this rebuild is even financially possible. If Mat Armstrong purchased a damaged Bugatti himself, then the investment could be enormous. But many viewers believe this project is probably some type of collaboration between Mat and FXAlexG. That would mean the rebuild is not only about fixing the car, but also about creating content that attracts millions of views online. In today's internet world, major automotive projects generate money through sponsorships, advertisements, merchandise sales, and video revenue. A Bugatti rebuild series could easily become one of the biggest automotive stories on YouTube for months. However, the financial risks remain very real. If key components cannot be sourced, repair costs could rise far beyond expectations. If unexpected structural damage appears during disassembly, the rebuild timeline could become much longer than planned. There is also the possibility that official support from Bugatti may not exist for the project. Without factory assistance, Mat and his team may need to solve difficult engineering problems independently. That pressure could test every skill they have learned from previous rebuilds. Yet this is also why audiences are so interested. People enjoy watching creators take on impossible challenges because success feels rewarding while failure feels dramatic. Whether the rebuild succeeds perfectly or struggles along the way, viewers know the journey itself will probably be entertaining. That combination of danger, mystery, engineering, and internet drama is exactly why this project has already captured massive attention before the first full video has even been released. Beyond the repair itself, this project also represents something larger happening inside modern car culture and online media. Years ago, only professional television networks could produce automotive documentaries that reach huge audiences. Today, YouTube creators like Mat Armstrong have built communities large enough to compete with traditional media companies. Millions of people now follow independent creators instead of car magazines or television programs because YouTube feels more personal, direct, and real. Viewers enjoy watching normal people solve problems instead of polished corporate presentations. Mat Armstrong became successful because audiences feel connected to his rebuild journey. He often shows mistakes, frustrations, unexpected setbacks, and emotional moments instead of hiding them. That honesty makes viewers feel involved in the process. A Bugatti rebuild takes this idea to an entirely new level because it combines internet creator culture with one of the world's most exclusive automotive brands. In many ways, this project feels like a clash between old luxury automotive traditions and the new digital entertainment world. Bugatti represents exclusivity, control, and factory perfection. YouTube rebuild culture represents experimentation, transparency, and public problem-solving. Watching those two worlds collide is fascinating for car enthusiasts everywhere. Some viewers hope the rebuild proves that talented independent builders can handle even the world's most advanced hypercars. Others believe luxury manufacturers exist for a reason, and that certain vehicles should only be repaired through official channels. No matter which side people support, almost everyone agrees that the project will attract huge attention once the first full episode releases. The countdown to January 11th has already created massive anticipation online, and fans are waiting to finally see the condition of the Bugatti, the scale of the damage, and the plan Mat Armstrong has prepared for one of the biggest rebuild challenges of his life as the automotive world waits for the first official video. One thing has already become clear. This rebuild is about far more than simply repairing a damaged car. It has become a major internet event combining mystery, engineering, money, risk, reputation, and entertainment all at the same time. Every clue Mat Armstrong shares creates more excitement because people understand how rare it is to even see the inside of a Bugatti repair process. The idea of watching an independent team attempt to rebuild such an advanced hypercar in front of millions of viewers feels almost unreal. If the project succeeds, it could change how people view independent rebuild specialists forever. It may prove that skilled creators with enough determination and knowledge can work on vehicles previously considered untouchable outside factory networks. On the other hand, if the rebuild struggles or fails, it could strengthen arguments that brands like Bugatti are correct to tightly control repairs and servicing. Either outcome will create huge discussion across the automotive community. That is what makes the story so powerful from a YouTube perspective. The audience is emotionally invested before the series has properly started. People are already choosing sides, sharing theories, and debating what will happen next. Mat Armstrong clearly understands how to build suspense and attention around a project, and this Bugatti rebuild may become the greatest example of that strategy yet. With Miami as the backdrop, a crashed hypercar at the center of the story, and millions of viewers waiting online, the pressure surrounding this project is enormous. But pressure is also what creates unforgettable moments in automotive history. Whether the rebuild becomes a complete success or an impossible challenge, one thing is certain. The entire car community will be watching closely when the first episode finally arrives. Another reason this project has become such a huge talking point is because Mat Armstrong has built a reputation for attempting rebuilds that many people consider impossible. Over the years, viewers have watched him purchase heavily damaged performance cars and slowly return them to working condition. What makes his content successful is not only the final result, but also the process itself. Audiences enjoy seeing the setbacks, surprises, and technical challenges that appear during every stage of a rebuild. Sometimes a project begins with damage that looks manageable, only for hidden problems to appear later. Other times a car that seems completely destroyed somehow ends up driving again after weeks or months of hard work. This uncertainty is what keeps people watching. A Bugatti takes that formula to an entirely new level because the risks are dramatically higher. The costs are bigger, the engineering is more advanced, and the public attention is far greater than anything Mat has faced before. Millions of people across the world recognize the Bugatti name, even if they know very little about cars. The brand represents speed, wealth, exclusivity, and extreme engineering. Because of this, every decision made during the rebuild will likely be judged closely by viewers and car experts online. Some people will support Mat and admire the challenge, while others will criticize every mistake and question whether the project should happen at all. That pressure creates a unique atmosphere around the series because success will feel historic,